Right, I'm a couple minutes late. So the YouTube and on TikTok, I'll be going live in a second. Messi just missed a penalty 2 minutes ago. One of the worst penalties I've seen. But I couldn't tell you anything else about this game so far. No, I'm a couple minutes late. Well, nearly 15 minutes late. I'm nearly 15 minutes late to the match, but I'm watching Austria versus Argentina. We got it up there, live on YouTube, live on TikTok in a moment. But the only thing I'll tell you about this game so far is that Messi missed a penalty, and apparently it was a bit of a weak penalty to give away, or a soft decision, I guess. But if you're interested, get involved in TikTok, get involved in the YouTube. I'm nearly 15 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and have a look at the. That was a terrible free kick as well. Messi just physically isn't there, is he? Wow. And he's walking. I understand the why. But okay, now we're live on TikTok. Let's go ahead and try and get some people in here. Ryan, can I have a cruise shandy, please? Thank you, mate. Okay, let's go ahead and have a look at this match here. Prediction. Why is that not working? Okay, there we are. So when we look at the Argentina team, most of these players were there for the World Cup final. I believe the starting 11 all featured in that World Cup. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Cheers, people. Right, so in goal you got Martinez. A lot of people's pick for Golden Glove in this tournament. Centre backs Romero and Martinez, two very rash defenders. Craigie, how you doing, mate? I'm good, mate. I'm just got pints in this weather. Perfect. Argentina, Austria. I'm just going through the lineups. Yeah, Martinez and Romero in centre backs. Two good on the ball centre backs, but two very rash defenders. Both are guilty of just flying into tackles. Molina and Medina at fullback, two pretty good workers at fullback. You've got Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister in centre mid, who McAllister's had an off season this year for Liverpool. Fernandez is linked to a £120 million move to Real Madrid. And then you got Rodrigo De Paul and Thiago Almada on the wings. Now it does actually look like they are set up in a 4-4-2 with Messi and Lautaro Martinez up front. Now Messi is going to come alive in certain moments, but he is not going to be someone who is closing down a lot in this game. That's going to be a lot of work on the likes of De Paul, on the likes of Martinez and Almada. But when Messi gets the ball, he can come alive. And here we go. Messi's in. Oh, didn't pull the trigger in time. Did not pull the trigger in time. But he does not have that extra pace that he had even in Saudi for the World Cup. Now, when you look at the Austrian team, defensively, they've got a lot of experience with Danso, David Alaba, and Konrad Laimer. Marcel Sabitzer as your left wing option. I think he's much better centrally, but he is still a good player. You've also got Schlager and Selwold as your two holding midfielders. Again, both pretty experienced, not necessarily internationally, but both experienced in league football. But on the bench, they have got Karni Chukwuemeka, they have got Marko Arnautovic, and then for Argentina, much better options off the bench. You've got Tagliafico at left back, you've got Paredes, Valentin Barco who can go in midfield, Julian Alvarez, Lo Celso, Simeone, Nico Paz, all players who can come in and impact this game. And I'd love to see Nico Paz and Valentin Barco to appear in this game because they're both very, very exciting players. Nico Paz is one of the best young creators in the world, and Valentin Barco, in his one season at Strasbourg, came alive, really came alive. So, be interesting to see how this game does develop throughout the 90 minutes. As we're 20 minutes in, no one has laid any foundations. Argentina are starting to go in and just hit people. And I think this is one of the issues you have. Oh, hello, Valentina. Cruz Campo. Mm-hmm. So with Argentina, actually quite. It's because you're a fan now. We do have cider, but fancy the cruise today. Fancy the cruise. Valentina, you haven't donated yet, so you're not much of a fan. Hello, Acid Boy. So a lot of people have said Argentina could win. I know that's poor from her as well. Yeah, I'm still showing up on her For You page. A lot of people have Argentina to get to the final or win the World Cup. I don't see that happening. I think they've got some good players, but people are living off the Messi dream and the dream of him being a double World Cup winner. But I just don't see it happening when they come up against Spain, France, England, Morocco. There's so many other teams that are younger with the same quality that Argentina have. They're just trying to live off moments from Messi, which I just don't think is going to happen. Are you ordering food? Can you grab me something, please? Oh, thanks for asking. Where'd you get sushi from? I don't know. I haven't seen the menu. Where'd you get the sushi from? Why? Why is such an issue? Why is it such an issue? I'm just asking you a question. I'll come out and have a look in a minute. I'll come out and have a look. I'll come out and have a look in a second because I need to read the menu. I will come out in a second and read it. Fucking hell, this. Hell. Right, so I do want to have a quick look at England's matchup tomorrow. So I'm just going to pull up the tactics board. So what I'm going to do is just pull up the England squad and pick my team to start this World Cup. Okay. So on one side, I'm going to go ahead and put the team that started the last game against Croatia. And then on the other side, I'm going to put the people that I think should be starting against Ghana. Welcome in if you're on the TikTok. Make sure you like and follow the live. I'm doing a game like this every single World Cup match or every single World Cup day. Welcome in, welcome in. So let me go ahead and if you want to see this, if you go over to the YouTube live stream, you'll be able to see all of this. But as we go ahead and have a look, on the left hand side in white, you've got the England lineup versus Croatia. Now, I do think Onadovich could come on for the winner. I do think he's one to back to score. I really do. Or Alaba free kick. But on the left hand side here, you've got the team that beat Croatia 4-2. On the right hand side is the team that I think should be playing against Ghana. Now, a few changes. You got, let me go ahead and highlight. You've got Mark Gahey, Jed Spence, and Morgan Rogers coming into the starting 11. Now, the reason I believe these three should come in are for three individual reasons. So, for Mark Gahey, I think individually he's a better defender at this stage than John Stones. Physically, he is capable of matching players like Antoine Semenyo for pace and for strength. And I think for a team like Ghana, who are physically stronger than Croatia, I think adding that physicality in the back line is important. Similarly, Jed Spence for his defensive ability, defensive one-on-one defending, but also for his ability getting forward with Morgan Rogers coming inside. So Jed Spence, we saw it against Croatia when he came on, the energy, the forward runs, his effort and intensity to get up the pitch, and it opened up the game a lot in that last 20 minutes. And for Morgan Rogers, I think he could be absolutely key in this match. You've got Gordon and Rashford, who are both good wingers. You've got the ability to play behind the defensive line. But with Morgan Rogers and against a team like Ghana, you are going to get a lot more of the ball and a lot more of the ball in front of their two blocks. So you need players who can then break down the lines and get in between the lines and operate at an um, effective level. So I think Morgan Rogers is the best example of that for the England wingers. Similarly, I think the physicality of Jude Bellingham is going to be very crucial as they pick up the ball in between the lines to then play the ball through to people like Harry Kane and Madueke. Rice and Anderson are two players that I don't think will play the full 90 because as the game develops, you will have people like Kobe Mainu and Ebre Eze who will be able to come on and operate better in the half spaces. So I can see Rice and Anderson coming off early in the second half. Potentially Rice first because Anderson's better deeper. And we go to more of a midfield of Eze, Bellingham, and Anderson. Potentially, this is where you see Rodgers come off and someone like Marcus Rashford coming on the left wing to open up the pitch a little bit for Eze to operate in the half areas here. But if I go ahead and bring in the Ghana team on this side, as it says on here, with a 4-4-1-1, is pretty much how they operated in their first game. So there will be a lot of moments where they sit back with, it'll probably be Semenyo through the middle, Sulemana and Nuama cut in a little bit. And oftentimes we will see Bellingham and Kane occupying the two centre backs, Rice and Rodgers tucking in a little bit centrally, trying to operate in these areas. Madueke high and wide occupying the fullback with Reece James similarly as wide, and then Gehi and Konza in control of the ball in the deeper areas. Now, the issue we have is with someone like Rice. Oh, I've got Anderson. Where's Anderson? There he is. Anderson will be more centrally in that kind of area here. Now, this is a game where someone like Adam Wharton would have been very valuable in this space here where Elliot Anderson is. Now, when Anderson does get on the ball, his first thought is going to be look into these areas. And he will see the two Ghanaian midfielders pretty much blocking any opportunity to play the ball through the middle, which is why Rice and Rodgers will be crucial in picking up the areas between the two wingers and the picking up the two come on line the two wingers with the centre mids. Rodgers is probably going to be the best player in our squad at picking up the ball in this area, turning and driving towards this area, which commits the defender, which will open Kane or Bellingham up centrally. In a similar way, you could often have a back three made up of Anderson, Gehi, and Konza, which will stretch out the two front men for Ghana. And as the ball moves across, as long as Anderson moves the ball quickly, Gehi's ability to drive up into midfield will force a commitment from either the winger here or the centre mid here, in which case it will open up space again on the edge of the box in this crucial area here for Morgan Rogers, Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, and Harry Kane. That is when the ball needs to be moved quickly to stop the centre back coming up, the other centre mid coming across and closing up the space. That's when England have struggled in the past, breaking down teams once they get into these areas. But I do think with Morgan Rogers on the pitch over an Anthony Gordon or a Marcus Rashford, you get this whole area here that's outlined. You get 4 or 5 players who can clearly operate and play the passes necessary to break down that defence. Similarly, if Rice comes off and you get Eze in there, there will be a lot of rotation across. Eze will come across this side, Rogers will go across the other side. Oftentimes, Rogers might form one of the front two, and Bellingham will form part of the midfield. But it is important that England do learn how to operate in those half spaces. Crazy, right? 35 minutes into this Argentina-Austria game, though, there's no clear favourite. The way this game has been playing out is a little bit on the edge. And one of the issues you have when you have Messi in the team is you're pressing with 10 players or 9 players outfield and not 10 outfield players. So for Messi to be effective, Argentina need the ball a lot. And currently, they're not able to get the ball down. They're not able to control the pace of the game. They're not able to control the tempo. They're not able to control the ball as a whole. But here we go. Lautaro Martinez one-on-one with Kevin Danso. Joined by midfield runners. Oh. And that was Enzo Fernandez with a poor ball across the box. And Romero there just going in and crunching someone, as he would love to do. So what I'm going to do as well is break down the France-Senegal match, which is on straight after this, which is one I'm very excited for. Very, very excited for. Because France looked good in the first game, but they weren't really tested the way they should have been. Whereas I think this Senegal team is going to be able to control big chunks of the game, but also physically they match up well with France. Technically, they match up very well with France, and I think Nicholas Jackson, is the key player for them in this game because he had so many chances in the first game, but he just could not make things happen. Kate, hello. Why would Messi miss on purpose? I don't know what that was from Romero. Um, I don't know why you'd want a non-pen goal for the record. I think, to be fair, you just want a goal for the record. I don't think anyone will care if it's pen or non-pen. I look at Mbappe. Mbappe's got, I think, 5 penalties in the World Cup. That's such a bad decision. Messi! And there's the record. Just as we were talking about it. See, that is the moments where Messi comes alive. The moment you have the ball, the moment you put in the other team under pressure. You were right on crew, right on cue. That's such a like if you could think of one Messi goal, it would be either that goal or cutting him from the right and shooting. But the amount of times he scored that exact same goal, where someone cuts it in from the left back or the left wing, and he's on the edge of the box and just slides it in. Like he's mastered it, and it's such a difficult skill to do when you've got all the ball speed coming towards you to then control it and keep it down and on target while generating power. It's a very, very difficult skill. You can see there, the midfielder completely leaves Messi free. The centre backs completely leave him as well. And the moment you do that with Messi on the edge of the box, he's going to hit the target at a minimum. Yeah, tomorrow will be good. Tomorrow will be very good. England, Ghana. I'm looking forward to that match. I do think tomorrow is going to be a little bit more revealing of what England will look like in the World Cup because I think we do change some of the lineup. I predict we make 3 changes to the starting lineup because physically, I don't think John Stones and Nico Riley are the best players to play in that game. Although John Stones would be good for his ability on the ball. I don't think physically he'll be able to match up well, especially if Semenyo's one on one with him. That's a silly decision from Posh. Just goes in and elbows it or shoulders him in the face. That could be a red card. If VAR have a look at this, because it was clear intention to get him in the face as well. I would not be surprised if he now gets sent off. But I don't even know if VAR having a look at it. No, going with just the yellow, which would be good for the flow of the game. But also, I think that's intentional foul play to shoulder him in the face. So for those of you who didn't know, Messi with that goal is now the number one goal scorer in World Cup history with 17 goals, which is over double what Ronaldo has in World Cups. Ronaldo has 8 in 5 World Cups, and Messi now has 17 in 6 World Cups. And it's such a good finish as well. And that's 4 goals for him in 2 games in this World Cup. He'll be hard to beat for the Golden Boot if Argentina do get deep in the competition. Now, I don't know who they would face in the next round as it stands. I'm just going to pull that up and see. World Cup 2026 matches. Where is the bracket challenge? Okay, here we go. Okay, knockouts. Um, we got bracket standings. So as it stands, Argentina faced Jordan in the last game, which they win. They win quite comfortably, I think. And obviously, they beat Algeria in the first game. So Argentina winning this game almost guarantees them the first place in this group, which means they would face um, so what group are they in? Let's have a look. Group J. The winner of Group J will face the second place in Group H, which is likely to be Uruguay. So Argentina will win that, in my opinion. So then they win that game, they would go in to second place D, second place G, which would be Belgium and Australia. So if they win the group, you kind of fancy them to go minimum round of 16, or that would be quarterfinals from that game, where they would likely face 1B or 1K. So 1B Canada and K Portugal potentially, or Colombia. So Argentina win this game, I think they are pretty bang on to get to the semi-final, which is massive for them if they can go ahead and secure the win in this group, because it then puts them on a very easy side of the bracket. But physically, are they going to be capable of making it through some of the other squads on that side? Like, can Messi give you 6 games at a very high level? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. To be fair, it's very good for the game that Messi missed that penalty, because I think if it was 2-0, if Messi made it 2-0 and Argentina were 2-0 up, Austria would be well out of this game. That could be a yellow card as well for Martin, as Argentina are being very silly here, just kicking people for no reason. That's 4 or 5 times now that they've made a silly challenge. But with 4 minutes left in this half, Argentina will be very happy to go in 1-0 up. The way this game has been played so far. But Messi making a silly decision there. He doesn't look anywhere near as decisive as he did in the last World Cup. It'll be interesting to see what subs are made as they go into this second half. Because I do think someone like Simeone, Nico Paz could be important in breaking down a second half Austrian team who are going to want to go out and at least get a draw in this game, which pretty much gets them through into the next round of the World Cup. Massive bee flying around in here. I do think Tagliafico would be an interesting one to put on as well. Gives them a little bit more width, a little bit more attacking ability on the left hand side if you are going to stay with a narrow midfield. But currently Messi's picking the ball up at left back to just get the ball moving, bring the pace down to the level that Argentina want to play at. But that is not where you want him because he isn't capable of driving up from centre back with the ball anymore. You want him in the final third because that's where they can really, really hurt Austria, especially with someone like Lautaro Martinez and the runs he can make in the box. Yeah, with 2 minutes left in this half, Argentina important if they just keep control of the ball, keep it moving, and just wait for a moment if it does come up. If it doesn't, they'll be happy to go in 1-0 up at halftime. But this is the biggest spell of possession I've seen so far in this half. Obviously, I missed the first like 15 minutes, but the way this game is, if this, oh, that and they give it away. They give it away in the final third. Austria. Now Argentina have a throw in high up, but they're probably not going to force anything. They're just going to keep the ball, see it out until first half is over, and go in a half time and see what changes they can make. But as far as passes and possession, Argentina have 50% possession, with it being 9% in contest, 41 for Austria. And so far, about 200 passes for Austria and about 220, 230 for Argentina. So it's quite balanced with the ball. And the form coming into this game, Argentina won 5 of the last 5, and Austria have won 4 of the last 5, with a draw against Bosnia just before the turn of the new year in November. But Austria won 5-1 against Ghana in a friendly before this World Cup in March, and they beat Korea 1-0 in a friendly before, and Tunisia they beat 1-0. So Korea and Ghana, two good sides. Korea probably a better side, but two very good sides, and Austria won a combined 6-1. And then they beat Jordan 3-1 in the first game of this group. So what I am going to do, I'm just going to go order some food very quickly while it's halftime, and I'll come back in and restart this. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Can I get
Oh,
Chipotle chicken for sure?
yep.
Um, what else have you got in there?
Show you. Got green rice. We have got a vegetable chili, coriander and lime potatoes,
Yeah,
refried beans, guacamole, tortilla, soft tortillas, tortilla chips.
just have the Mexican chicken, a little bit of the green rice,
Yep.
please. Um, bit of the potato, and then I'll have a little bit of the beans, please.
The black beans, yeah.
Yeah,
Not the veggie chili.
no, I'm okay, thank you. Have you got green rice as well?
It's green rice.
Oh, so yeah, of course. And yeah, some chips, please, and some
Chipotle, yeah. Oh, not chipotle, guacamole.
no guacamole for me. Yeah, just a tortilla and the chips, please. Lovely, thank you.
There you go. Salsa and things if you want it.
I'm all okay with that. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to do it on the card reader because I've got can't get the Wi-Fi or connection.
Oh, really?
I don't know why.
Oh, 26.
Oh no, it's not. Sorry. No, it should be 20. It's normally 26. Bear with me. I'll
Oh,
take it back.
it's 20, is it?
For you guys, yeah. It's normally 26. Oh, you're not paying for Dave?
No, no, no.
Oh, he said that you were paying for you. I thought he said you were.
No, he's
doing
paying for his own.
Ah, okay. Bear with me. Bear with me. Sorry about that.
That's right.
I'm glad I can get onto the server. It's the first time I've been able to connect to that.
Oh, really?
You should get a refund of 16 back. So it's just 10.
Perfect, thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's right. That's cheeky from you. You said that I was going to pay for you. I paid for mine. Tenner. Well, he charged me for me and you. But I got a refund for your bit. 10. You saw me go out there. Yeah, so you still have for yours. They're just re-showing the Messi penalty. And I hate when people do casual pens. I want you to just run up and shoot. You don't need to be faffing around doing all of that. You want to go up and just hit the ball. You don't need to do the stutter. You don't need to do any of that. It just puts you out of your rhythm. I know I can't really talk about telling Messi how to take a penalty, but Messi's penalty record, he's taken 31 and missed 25. So he's missed 6, scored 25 of 31. So of the 7 he's taken in the World Cup, he's missed 3, which starts to make you think, should someone else take it? But then again, Messi's God in that country, so he's not going to be replaced. Messi's sharpness just isn't quite there as it is before, but still the gravitational pull of it being Lionel Messi is massive. Can you turn that down a little bit, please? It's picking up on them. The analysis here are kind of talking about how do they nullify Messi? How do they slow him down? And the issue with that is it's not a question about slowing Messi down, it's slowing Argentina down because everything they do goes through Messi. So if you want to try and stop Messi, you need to stop Argentina. They shouldn't focus on Messi necessarily. They should go out and focus on pressing the ball high on Martinez and Romero. Can they stop DePaul, McAllister, Enzo Fernandez getting on the ball in the middle and turning to progress the ball? Ignore Messi because there's nothing you can do to stop him and put him off his game. He's seen everything. But if you can stop the ball getting to him, that's where you slow them down. It'll be very interesting to see what happens at the next World Cup without Messi and Ronaldo there. Because who's it going to be? Is it going to be Mbappe and Haaland? Is it going to be Pedri and João Neves? Is it going to be even Kane and someone? Is it going to be Rio and Gamoa and Desiree Doué? And there's so much can happen in the next 4 years where there I was thinking, I thought France and Senegal were playing tonight, but it's France versus Iraq. Senegal are playing Norway at 1 a.m., which I am probably going to watch because Norway look good. They look very good. Their attack is one of the best in the tournament. The issue is so many nations have this feel good factor around them. So, how do you differentiate? Is it the players? Do you go for France because they've got Elise and Mbappe and Dembele? Do you go for Spain because as a collective they don't really have a weak point? The only thing you can say is they don't really have a different striker profile. You can put on like for England, they've got three different striker profiles. They've got Kane, who can drop in deep and obviously score from anywhere on the pitch. You've got Watkins, who can play in behind, and then you've got Tony, who's more of a target player. For Spain, they've kind of all got the same ability in that area. They're just showing highlights from Uruguay, Cape Verde. I miss this game, but Cape Verde getting a draw against Uruguay is a massive result for them as well. Oh, I don't know what Muslera was doing for that second goal. Muslera is an experienced goalkeeper as well. He's 36 or 37 years old. He has played 3 World Cups, and for him to make that kind of mistake is ridiculous. And that's the kind of separator from getting out of the round of 32 or not. You So what I will do is have a little look at the French team based on what they did in that first game to really push themselves on in the second half, because the tactical changes that Deschamps made changed it night and day for them. Because the first half they looked good, but didn't look like they could beat anyone of any substantial quality. But second half, they looked like they could outplay everyone. Right, second half about to kick off. Argentina versus Austria. I did not see any subs. I believe both teams are starting as they finished. But it'd be interesting to see the setups that both teams pick up in the first 10 minutes of this second half. And whether or not any players will come on at that point, or if they will just see it through with who they have for the first 25-30 minutes of this second half. Austria starting well, instantly putting Argentina under a little bit of pressure. Here it is. Why didn't he shoot? I don't know why he didn't shoot there. Sabitza's going mental at centre mid. I'm not sure who that was. Schlager? But he let the ball run. It was almost a carbon copy of Messi's goal. But instead of shooting, he just let it run and Sabitzer just wasn't ready for it. It might have been Schmidt. I missed it. Oh, well kept from Martinez there. Yeah, I think it was Schlager that let the ball run. Messi's just getting kicked and battered. I always find the DePaul treatment of Messi quite funny because he is like a personal bodyguard for him. But now it looks like Romero's down with the same knee injury that potentially ruled him out at the end of the season for Tottenham. But unlike Romero for Tottenham, he'll probably play through the pain. Romero does not look good at the moment. He is walking very gingerly at the moment. I believe their next choice centre back is Otamendi. Have I trumped? Don't know what that means. Mate, these flies. Messi's through. I think he was offside. Great recovery tackle, but he is offside. But he had so much space there, and he just still isn't quick enough to get beyond the centre back. He's a good 5-6 yards ahead, and midfielder gets back on him very, very easily. Oh, there's Shakira.
I'll finish it off.
Hello, Gray. Again, Messi driving through the midfield, and it's another foul. Definitely a foul. Definitely a foul. Thank you, Gru. Thank you very much. Keep it up. All right, mate. Ryan, give Freddie some cotton candy as well. Glitter down here. No glass pot. Thank you very much. There's no list, but just the big one there. Romero diving into another challenge, giving away another free kick. He's got so much quality as a defender, but when he does stuff like that, you question whether it's worth it for him to be in the squad. I guess for Argentina it's different because their next best is Otamendi. I don't know what this. I think that's Almada. I don't know what he's doing. This is a great opportunity for Austria. Oh, good save from Martinez, pushing it away from the box. Good strike from Sabitzer. You probably want that about 2 foot lower, because then it gives someone like Dante an opportunity to flick it on. But with the way that one went into the box, no centre back's going to be able to get up that high to knock it on. But as Austria stay in this game longer, Arnautovic is going to be a very important substitution. Physically, he is capable of bullying centre backs, but also technically, he's probably their most efficient striker. And Argentina are about to make a sub. I don't know who that was. I think that might have been Julian Alvarez. Potentially. Um, oh. Oh, it's Romero coming off. So it's Otamendi coming on. I didn't know if it was a number 9 or number 19. But it is Romero coming off. Presumably they want to save him for the knockout stages. But with Otamendi coming on, he has the experience to at least manage the game. Not as good physically anymore as he could be. So I'm just going to go ahead and have a look at the France lineup. Who are playing Iraq straight after this. So this is the lineup that started for France in their first game of the group stage, and it just didn't work. Oftentimes you had Mbappe and Dembele as a front two. It left such a massive gap in this area here that Tchouaméni and Rabiot could not get the ball into. You also felt like Elise was kind of forced out wide. But then in the second half, you had Elise through the middle, Dembele wide, and Mbappe through the centre. So when you had two centre backs, let me just go ahead and get two Iraqi centre backs here. And ignore everyone else. Actually, let me go and reset this. I'm going to put Iraq in there. Let's use Iraq as an example. France. Don't know why it's giving me that. France. Give me their first lineup. Okay, what happened in the first half of the last game is you had Mbappe and Dembele both making the same runs in the same area, and the ball wasn't coming through because it's a lot easier to defend. the moment Dembele was moved out wide and Elise was essentially, you had Mbappe picking up spaces, usually on the left hand side, and Elise was on the right side of the middle in this kind of area here, and then he would drive in and cut inside, and then Mbappe would make a run like that or like this, and then he has a one-on-one opportunity with either a centre back or the goalkeeper. No, I do not like Randall Colomwani. I think he's terrible. But Dembele is just out the way. So I would not be surprised if in this game you end up having Dembele on the bench and having either Barcola on the left and Doué on the right, or having Ryan Cherky on to play centrally, Doué on the left, and Elise off the right, which gives Argentina in. Which gives Cherky and Elise the opportunity to interchange, gives the fullbacks of and centre backs of Iran a little bit more to think about. Also gives Mbappe that space in behind and in that final third to create what he needs to. You're in Miami watching Scotland. Who is Scotland playing next? I have no clue who Scotland are playing next. I'm asking them questions so they engage with the thing. And have you got tickets to the match? Or are you just in a pub watching it? Nico Gonzalez and Julian Alvarez coming on for Argentina. And it looks like Kevin Danso could be coming off. He's limping towards the side. Yeah, they probably didn't think about that side of it and how much people this side of the world can drink in a pub. So I wonder if all the pubs there are just in shock by the staff and then also just the pure consumption. Someone I know was over there in New York a couple of days ago, and he said the streets were just absolutely packed with fans from all different countries. But he said you could barely move in the streets because there's that many people just flooding. But again, tickets would be good against Brazil. Hopefully, Neymar will feature. I doubt it though. It would be great if you could watch Neymar his last World Cup play against your team. So who's coming off? Is that Almada coming off? Yeah, Almada coming off and Lautaro Martinez coming off for Nico Gonzalez and Julian Alvarez. I feel sorry for Lautaro Martinez because there's not much he can do when everything is going through Messi. Instantly Enzo Fernandez in, looking for Messi again. Messi dragged it, but it's a corner for Argentina. It's definitely a corner. For the referee not to award that, it's poor. He's got a clear view of it, but it's also a terrible shot from Messi. It's funny when Messi had the ball there, you had six defenders go and close him down, and just completely leave Julian Alvarez, who has bids on him from 120 million. So sometimes the name is enough, regardless of the current ability. But I do wonder when it gets to the more difficult games, like when they face a France or a Spain or an England or Morocco, to then get to the semis or the final. Will Messi be given the full 90 minutes? Because at a certain stage, he's going to provide nothing pressing. They just literally passed straight past him. He didn't break a sweat. Didn't move a muscle or twitch a nerve to try and block that ball. So when you're playing against a France or a Spain, you're gonna need 11 players working for the ball, and there's only so much that the rest of the team can do. So would they take off Messi if needs be? I don't think they will, but I think that's the kind of hard decision they may need to make. Here comes Arnautovic with 25 minutes to go, probably a half an hour with the stoppages. That's David Alaba coming off as well. So Wana, Posh, and Alaba coming off for Arnautovic, Pras, and Friedel. Arnautovic is the one to watch. Even when Alaba's on the pitch, I can't sing. No. I wish I could. Although on Saturday, I'll be doing karaoke when the England match is on, or just before the England match. So if you come back on Saturday around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, I'll probably be up there singing karaoke. So you have to follow, come back on Saturday, and I'll pick a song. If you come back on Saturday, I'll let you pick a song. I'm not practicing now. I haven't drank enough to practice now. I do not know that song, I'm afraid. I could not bust into that song. Let me have a look. Yeah, I did. I know the song, but I couldn't sing the lyrics. Let's see. Got an advert. Um, yeah, I know the song, but I could not sing it. I don't have the tune. I don't have the rhythm of the song to do that in karaoke. There's a lot of songs. There's a lot of karaoke songs that a lot of people love that I just don't have in me. But Jenny, if you follow and come back on Saturday, I might sing it. I'll remember your account because it's bright pink, and if you request it, I might be able to give you a little sing song. Paolo Nutini. I usually sing a bit of I don't know if you know him, but Kenny Rogers. I like Killer. Usually usually sing a bit of Killer. So far, I do get a little mix of I do get a mix of songs, but there's a few songs I go back to because I just know the words. I know the rhythm of it, regardless if I'm drunk or sober. I'll be able to sing it out. Jenny Don't Be Hasty is a classic. So anything with your name in it. Okay, songs with the name Jenny in the lyrics. Okay. Jenny was a friend of mine, The Killers. I know that song. Um, Jenny by the Click Five. I think I know that one. There's a country one, Jenny by Eric Church, a country track about a romantic road trip. Come on, Jenny, let's roll. Let's see that one. Let's see if I know that one. So I'm getting a little switch up. I don't know this one, but this is more my speed. Build the fences. Jenny, what's the problem? The line. Tell me change my mind. Then you say you will. This isn't really a country though. We're not moving on. Mm. Yeah, I'm on me. I don't know that. I don't know that song, but I might be able to learn that for next week. Tonali, I do think Tonali will end up coming. I don't think Arsenal will rush into matching Tottenham with the money because apparently Arsenal's his preference, which it would be. They've got Champions League football. They just won the league. They're guaranteed to make top four again next season, I would say. But yeah, 100 millions is a lot. It came out saying Arsenal is his preference and Man City are always also in talks. But Arsenal are currently put off by the or they're not making any developments in signing him. I don't know where you've seen that. Everything, unless that's come out in the last couple of hours, everything I've seen has been he wants to play for De Zerbi, but Arsenal is his preference for club. I don't know why his preference would be to go back to Italy because Tottenham have offered him reportedly 275 grand a week if we make Champions League football in Italy. I think it's probably done by Friday because it's quite an easy deal to get done once you agreed the fee. Because he's not at the World Cup, you can get a medical done, you can get a like the contract drafted up, you can bring around the club. It's a lot harder to get someone from a World Cup team. Yeah, but I think the one thing I'm confused about, here we go tomorrow. It depends how far off we actually are. Because apparently we bid 75 million including add-ons, which is nowhere near what it's supposed to be. Oh, Argentina getting fights again. They do this every tournament. They're just getting fights for no reason. Um, yeah, I don't think it'll be here we go tomorrow. I think I think we're too far off to get it done tomorrow. Because Tottenham will want to get a certain deal done with a certain amount of add-ons rather than upfront fee. So, but also interesting to see who else we go for because Fernandez is linked, but why would you pay 80 million for him? In my opinion, I think you're much better off going out and getting someone like Adam Wharton because he's a completely different profile to what you have in the squad. So is Fernandez in some ways, but I still think he's similar to Archie Gray and Bergvall. He's a bit of a combination of those two. But I would rather keep Bergvall and play Bergvall than spend 80 million on Fernandez and play him and lose Bergvall, in my opinion. But I'm just gonna have a look on Twitter and see if there's anything that's been said or X. Um, I don't, I don't see anything for the last hour. I can see us looking at Scott, but again, Scott wouldn't make sense if you're going out and getting Fernandez and Tonali, because then you're going to have to sell Bentancur, Sarr, Bergvall, potentially loaning out Gray, and Polina you wouldn't be keeping on. Like, it's a difficult one. It is a very difficult one. I think Bergvall and Gray are two people you should be fighting to keep. So going out and getting someone like Scott or Fernandez, I think just hurts their development first of all, but also kind of forces them out the club. Because Gray went from playing our most minutes last season and getting our player of the season. We got player of the season this season. Bergvall got it last season. And at the end of last season just gone, Bergvall and Gray barely played a minute, and if they did, it was not in their favourite position. So it's going out and signing Scott for 60 million or Fernandez for 80 or 100 million, which it probably will be. Conrad Limo. Yeah, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. But if you follow along, I do make videos about certain players that we should be linked to as a Tottenham fan, but also some players I think can improve our squad and just all the updates on Twitter as they come. I like to just do a little video on them, give my thoughts on it. So if you follow along, you'll be able to see that happening. And I'm going to, I think, as the quarterfinals and stuff's come in, there won't be a game every day. But I'm thinking about doing a live stream anyways, just looking at some of the rumours that Tottenham are linked to and just Premier League rumours in general because I do like looking at the other teams as well. But what's the chance you think Spurs get to 9 out of 10? I think 9. I think it's I think it's there. It's just agreeing the fee. But the fee will come. It just depends on when it comes. But I think you need to get it done over the line soon because there's so many clubs like Man United need a centre mid. They probably need three, and they're linked to Wharton, they're linked to Baleba, they're linked to Fernandez, they're linked to a little bit to Tonali, not too much. They're they're like kind of talking about Anderson, but that's just kind of one to put out there. But I think a nine for Tonali to join. Oh, great touch. Paladez is coming on, and I would hope that that's Nico Paz coming on as well. I don't think so. It didn't look like him, but I could be wrong because it only showed it for a brief second. You got number seven, DePaul coming off for Paredes, and that's Tagliafico coming on for Medina, who's been booked. So that's not a bad decision. But again, just play Nico Paz. He's so good. I don't know how Rodrigo De Paul is playing in a long sleeve shirt. Superstitions die hard. At Spurs transfer news 6.5. Really? Are you a Tottenham fan? US. Bergvall leaving. Yeah, I don't see. I don't think the Bergvall one has anything to do with Tonali necessarily. I think it's the other links to the other midfielders. He's just not going to see an opportunity for him to grow because apparently Michael Bridge came out and said it has nothing to do with him being unhappy at Tottenham. It's purely based on the fact that he does not think he's going to get the opportunities to play, which is going to hurt his development, which is going to hurt him financially, which is going to hurt his career overall. And there will be a massive market for him because he is so talented. And I want him to start a game for Sweden. I want him to start the final game just so people can see 80 minutes of him. Because obviously, as Tottenham fans, last season especially, we saw him as raw best. So, be interesting to see how that develops and who he goes to if he is sold. I think a loan would be a good decision. Like, think about it. If you loan Bergvall out and he plays every week for someone like Brighton or someone like Bournemouth, then you can then make a decision about him next season and whether he will be a key member of the squad. Because I think he can be. But you have to look at the players you're bringing in now as well. And you look at Tonali, you look at Wharton. Will Bergvall overtake them next season? Maybe not in 1 year. Maybe he will, but I don't think he would in 1 year. But then if you guarantee Champions League football next season and you tell Bergvall and Gray, you're our two backups, you two guys will be our cup midfield duo. And when you're playing twice a week, and then you'll get opportunities to come off the bench in the Premier League as well. Like, it's an opportunity. But with him telling the club that his preference is to leave the club this summer, I don't think it necessarily means we're going to sell him. I think it would be silly to sell him, especially because I don't know what his market looks like in this window. You probably get 40 million for him, but he's worth a lot more than that, in my estimation. In my estimation, next season, if he plays every game, he could go up to 70, 80 million. But here you've got Carney Chukwuemeka coming on, likely to play behind Marko Arnautovic. It's interesting. Carney Chukwuemeka obviously played for England at youth levels, and then he made the decision to swap to Austria because he didn't see his future for the England national side, which is fair enough because you've got Bellingham, Foden, Palmer, Rodgers, all of them around his age, and they're all better than him. But he plays for Dortmund, not having a bad season. Obviously, when he was younger, playing in the Premier League, showed all the talent in the world, but couldn't stay fit. It's a shame for his career. Good ball. Danso with good recovery defending there. I'm not sure who I would actually give man of the match in this game because Enzo has been quite up and down. And I hate just giving a man of the match to someone who scored a goal. I just really don't enjoy that because it takes away from everything else in the match. So I'm gonna go ahead and see who is the favourite. Did I get to CT Academy? What does that mean? I I did go to I did go to Canterbury. Brighton. Um yes, I did. Why did you play there as well? I do remember you. Taylor. Oh, I know your second name. Lefty. Yeah, I do remember you. I do remember you. Yeah, good man. Yourself? What you been up to since you finished there? I see Marshall doing quite a lot. Um, and Prosper. I want England to win the World Cup, but I think Spain will probably do it. Yeah, Taylor, do you still live down that way? Is it Ashford? I think you were in Ashford. Did we play together in Ashford? I think Marshall did. I don't know about you. Thank you, Maddie. You too, man. Yeah, I do recruitment for Ralph Lauren now. Recruiting their directors. Damn, gone up. Not in the outlet store. I do recruitment for Ralph Lauren. That's quite a sick job, to be fair. Probably well paid. Ralph Lauren pay their staff ridiculous money. We played together in Ashford, but I'm still in this shit world. Yeah, man, I'm getting out of this country. I'm moving to Australia in August. But I've been offered like part-time coaching roles for Sydney FC. Um, it's chill, but not paid pay. I get 10% of this. Still not bad. I know someone who worked in Portsmouth. He was the manager of Ralph Lauren there, and he was getting 130, I think, including bonuses, which is mental. Mental. Yeah, man, it's good. I'm excited. I want to try and play football again though. I haven't been able to play. I need to get surgery on my hip. Um, I can't play 11 side anymore. But I don't know if the level over in Australia is going to be so much easier. Oh, did you request? Yeah, go on. We'll get you on. Oh, go on. Yeah, I haven't played a season of 11 side since I left Canterbury when I was 16 when I left there, so that was 8 years ago. 7 years ago. No, 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 years ago this year. Um, that was the last time I played a season of 11 side. Since then, I've tried to play a couple of times, but I haven't been able to. Sacked up. Yeah, man, I miss playing football properly. Like five sides cool, seven aside is alright, but there's nothing that beats 11 aside football and just coming in, just playing. Not even at a high level, just playing. I mean, got to jump catching up. Cheers, man. I appreciate it. I'll be doing a live stream like this every day for the World Cup. So, yeah, we'll get you involved at some point. Take care, man. Oh, that looked like a horrible tackle. I don't know what Chukwuemeka looked like he went down absolutely in agony and he just popped straight back up. I don't. I don't like Randall Colomwani. I think it was you that asked me that question earlier as well. There's a lot of people who I question how they're footballers, and he's one of them. Like physically, he's good athletically, but technically, he just doesn't have anything really. But in this game, I think I'm gonna give man of the match to Emmy Martinez. To not Emmy Martinez, Enzo Fernandez. Gareth, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing alright. I think Enzo Fernandez will be my man of the match. Austria to score equaliser last minute. I hope so. It makes the last game. Here we go. That was the chance. That was the chance. I thought Arnautovic would score, and there's still 2 minutes left. I still think there's potential. Kevin Dancer's been good this game as well. He has been good. That's unlucky. That's a good chance though. Thanks, Gareth. I once mistaken a shadow. Did you? There's something not right with you then. If you're mistaking a shadow for a person, you must be on some special mushrooms. Come on, 1 minute left. Chukwuemeka, keep it in. He got it. They just got to get a ball in the box. Arnautovic is good in the air, and he's up against a 5'9" Martinez, and now Messi's going. Messi's on his own, but he'll find the pass. There it is. Julian Alvarez. Oh, finish it. Messi. Oh, Messi scored. That is 5 goals for Messi in 2 games. That is that is mental. I'm gonna have to change it to Messi now for man of the match. I did have I did have Enzo Fernandez, but for Messi to score 2 goals, it's a joke. It's a joke. But then again, there I think Paredes probably should just shoot, but he doesn't. He tries to pass it to Messi, and it almost doesn't come off. Almost doesn't come off. Here's the goal, Gareth. I think it's quite easy as well, and I think if people deny that after this tournament, they're just trying to be different for some reason. Like Messi looks physically incapable, but technically outstanding. Ronaldo looks incapable as a whole in this tournament. So yeah, man, Messi's been good this game. It's just one of those things where when he doesn't have the ball, he doesn't contribute much. But when he gets the ball, he contributes everything pretty much. But there, when it comes back out, Paredes should have shot. But then Messi gets two attempts at it and ends up scoring the second one. Two goals and 2 goals in this game, 3 goals against Algeria. Messi could score 8 goals in this group stage, which is the same amount that Ronaldo has in all his World Cups. Just saying. So for anyone who thinks Ronaldo is a better goal scorer, for anyone who thinks Ronaldo is the better player, Messi scored 18 goals in 28 appearances. Ronaldo scored 8 in, I think, 17 appearances. And now Messi's going again. Now Messi's got a free kick. This will be the last action of the game. If he scores a free kick now for another hat trick, it's done. It's done. There's an Argentinian woman here that says 100-year-old Messi fan. So she would have seen everyone: Maradona, Puskas, Cruyff. But if he scores this, you can only stand and applaud. It's about 35 yards out. But it's Messi. It's going to be nobody else. I don't know why Paredes is even standing over it. Oh, not a bad effort. But winning 2-0, massive result for Argentina. They've now won the group. I think mathematically they haven't won the group officially, but they won't lose to Jordan. So now, yeah, Argentina 3 points clear of Austria. So if Austria beat Algeria and Argentina lose to Jordan, Austria could finish top of the group, but Argentina are guaranteed to go through, which is massive for them. Which is massive. But I'm going to jump off the live. I'm going to go chill out a little bit. I'm going to come back on at 9 for the France game, I believe. It's France. France at 9 o'clock. I'll be coming back on for that. 10 o'clock it is. So I've got a little bit of time. And then I'm probably going to stay up for Norway versus Senegal as well. So if you want to watch that, I'll be live on TikTok again and on YouTube in about an hour and a half. This Lucas Berg situation is sitting worse for me every day as it develops. So it's been a couple of days. Lionel Messi, 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 Messi. Wait, wait, wait. Messi looked phenomenal in that.